afternoon folks, happy Friday and welcome back to another episode of Adam's Eats. Good to see you, hope you're well. Now today's recipe is a really simple chicken and chorizo tray bake. It's a fantastic recipe if you're cooking for a large family or a big crowd, or you want to do a bit of batch cooking. It freezes well as well, so you can portion it up and stick it in freezer bags for a later date. So again, following the usual drill folks, if you press that pause button, make a list of those ingredients and we're going to get stuck in. Right, so the first thing we need to do is get some prep done. Okay, this dish assembles quite quickly. The hardest part is just chopping up the veg. So I've got a pepper here, which I'm going to slice up. First going to take off the end. And then just a little tip for you, rather than trying to dig out the core like that and mucking about and getting mess everywhere, just tip it up on its end and then you'll see that the pepper is divided into 3 different lobes. And just cut down the side of each one, running all the way along the edge. Just repeat that with the other one, and then until you're left with the last bit, just slice that out and then get rid of that, and then you're left with the peppers. No mess, no fuss, and it makes life just a bit easier. And then we're just going to slice those up just like that, move them to one side, and then we'll get our onion. Actually, I'm just going to get myself a little rubbish bowl. That's another handy tip for you, just have a bowl on the side because you can put all your rubbish in there, like the top of that pepper which I just left lying around. So what we're going to do is just take off the end of that onion, chop it in half, make sure you keep the root attached because that's what's going to keep it together. Peel it, and then you want to cut it into 3 parts, so just go in at an angle, down to the root, and then go to the other side and do the same until you have 3 nice kind of chunks of onion. And then just repeat that with the other half. So you have 6 pieces of onion like so. Next thing we're going to do is chop up our tomatoes. I'm going to need about 100 grams, so I'm not going to use all of those. I would say that's around about 100 grams. No need to be too fastidious about it. I'm going to leave some of them whole, and then I'm going to cut some in half. And now we need some chorizo. So I've got some chorizo here. This is about 225 grams. I'm going to use about half. Open up the pack. Oh, it smells amazing. I absolutely love chorizo. And I'm just going to take off the outer skin because although it's edible, it can be a little bit chewy. So I'm just going to run the knife down the middle and it should come off in mostly one piece. But yeah, I'm making a right pig's ear with this, aren't I? Come back in a minute. Right, so I've got most of the paper off. There's still a little bit on there, but I can't be bothered to faff around with it any longer because I'm hungry. So what I'm going to do is just slice it into little chunks, just like that, until you have nice little discs of chorizo, and then I'll just pop that to one side whilst we prepare the chicken. Right, so I've got my chicken thighs here, and all I'm going to do is just pop them on this board, give them a good old seasoning, both sides, and then some salt, clean hand in there obviously. Flip them over and then season again. Yes, don't worry food police, I will wipe this pepper mill down before I use it again. And then we'll transfer our chicken thighs over to our pan, get those in like so, skin side down, and then we'll add just a glug of olive oil, and then we'll just bring that up to temperature, and then you want to cook them for about 2-3 minutes, just until that skin is nice and golden brown. So after a couple of minutes you want to turn them over. It should be a nice golden brown on one side, and just like before you want to brown the undersides just for a couple of minutes until they're nice and golden brown as well. Okay, so once you've browned the underside of the chicken as well, just going to get them out and pop them onto a plate for a second, and then we're going to add all of our vegetables into that same pan, also the chorizo. I've got a couple of garlic cloves here. I'm not going to bother chopping them, all I'm going to do is just snap them in half, or you could just crush them under a knife. Then add about half a teaspoon of oregano. Just be careful with it because it's powerful stuff. Give that a good old mix up just for a couple of minutes. All we're really doing now is just getting it started. This just speeds up the cooking process a bit. And then I'm going to add the olives. And now I'll put my chicken pieces back in. Just nestle them in between everything. And that now needs to go into the oven. And that wants to cook in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes till the chicken's cooked all the way through and those vegetables are nice and roasty. And whilst that's cooking, I've got the glamorous job of doing the washing up. It's all glamour here, folks, all glamour here. And through the miracle of time, the washing up's done. This has had about 40 minutes, so let's get it out of the oven and have a look. And there we are, folks. What do you think of that? Looks delicious? Well, I think so anyway. You can see the chicken is nice and golden brown and everything's just kind of roasted off and looking marvellous. Right, I think we'll get it over here and we'll have a taste. Now before I tuck into it, I'm just going to squeeze over just a little bit of lemon juice because there's obviously quite a lot of richness in there, so I just want something just to cut through that a little bit. Not too much, just a drizzle. Right, let's dig in. I can't wait to try this. I'm going to get a piece of chicken, get a bit of that chorizo. There we go. Well, I've said it a million times on many recipes that I've done on this channel, and I may sound like I'm repeating myself, but that is flipping delicious. I've not even bothered to put it on a plate for you. I'm sorry about that, but I've already done one lot of washing up. I don't want to do any more. That chicken is so moist. That chorizo has just let out all its lovely garlicky paprika flavoured oil, and those olives just add a little piquancy, as they say. It's a bit of a poncy word, but just basically means a little bit of sharpness. Absolutely delicious. It's a winner, folks. It's a winner. Well, that about wraps up today, folks, and in the famous words of Columbo himself, I won't take up any more of your time today, sir. Hope you enjoyed the recipe. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. And just before I go, I just want to do a couple of shout outs to two of my subscribers, and that's Spiritus and Gadget Junkie. Both of you have been with the channel for quite some time and I've not done a shout out for you yet, so this is for you guys. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday for more tasty fun and frolics, and bye for now.